Good morning, students. All last class oscillations are completed. Now we will start the new lesson, waves. Name of the lesson will be waves. First we will write the formulas in this lesson. Okay. So what are the formulae are there in this lesson? See. So equation of A, plane progressive wave, traveling along x-axis. A progressive wave is traveling along the x-axis. Then what is its displacement formula? Y is equal to A sine of omega t minus kx. This is the formula. Here what is A? Amplitude. Omega is angular velocity or angular frequency. K will be propagation constant. Okay. Y will be displacement. We can write this as A sine omega means 2 pi by t into t minus 2 pi by lambda into x. Propagation constant value will be 2 pi by lambda. Omega value will be 2 pi by t. Okay. If the wave is progressing, moving along the negative x-axis, here plus will come. A sine omega t plus kx will come. If the wave is moving along the positive y-axis, here instead of sine, cos will come. If the wave is progressing along the negative y-axis, x is equal to A cos omega t plus kx. Like that equations will differ. So generalized form will be this only. Okay. Next. Here they will ask what is particle velocity, what is wave velocity. Like that they will ask the questions. So particle velocity, V is equal to omega into root A square minus Y square. That is the formula. Maximum particle velocity will be A omega. Particle velocity will be maximum at mean position. When y is equal to 0, it becomes omega into root A square. That is A omega. Next, minimum particle velocity. V minimum is equal to 0. At the time y is equal to A, here y is equal to 0. At mean position, velocity will be maximum. At extreme position, velocity will be minimum. Okay. Next, what is the formula for wave velocity? This is particle velocity. Next, wave velocity. Wave velocity V is equal to lambda by t. This is equal to n lambda, where n will be the frequency. This formula we will use there. You can use symbol F, you can use symbol n frequency. So n lambda will be the formula for wave velocity. Okay. Another formula for this is omega by k. Okay. Next, omega means what will happen? 2 pi by t. K value will be 2 pi by lambda. So 2 pi by t divided by 2 pi by lambda means it will becomes lambda by t. This only we will get. Omega by k also we can write. Next, relation between path difference and phase difference. Relation between phase difference and time difference they will give. So fourth one, relation between path difference and phase difference. Delta pi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into delta x. This formula we will use. For example, time difference they gave, they ask the phase difference. Delta pi is equal to 2 pi by capital T into delta t. These formulas we will use. And next they will ask what is the formula for calculating the intensity of the wave. Energy emitted per unit area per unit time will be called as the intensity. Finally, this is 1 by 2 omega square a square rho v. 1 by 2 omega square a square rho v. This is the formula for intensity of the wave, where rho will be density, v will be velocity, omega angular velocity, capital A will be amplitude. Okay. Next, stationary waves equations. Equation of a stationary wave. This stationary wave may be formed due to the reflection at the free end, due to the reflection at the rigid end. Stationary waves formed in a stretched string, stationary waves formed in a closed pipe are the examples of stationary waves formed at a reflected at a rigid end. A closed pipe if you take, so if you send one wave here at rigid surface, it will reflect and it will forms the stationary wave. At the open end, if the stationary waves are formed, what are the formulas for that? Okay. So first of all, reflection from free end y is equal to 2a cos kx sin omega t. If the wave is reflected from rigid end, y is equal to minus 2a sin kx cos omega t. If the waves are reflected from a rigid end, stationary wave general equation will be this one. If it is reflected from the open end, this is the free end or open end, this is the formula. Okay. Next, strings, relating to the strings, some formulas will be there. What are that formulas? See. Strings. Take a string, fix it between the two rigid supports. String means what? If its thickness is very less when compared to the length, then it will be called as a string. Its length will be very large, its thickness will be compared to its thickness. Then that object will be called as a string. I am taking a string, I am plucking the string at the middle or somewhere anywhere, then what waves will be formed means transverse. stationary waves will be formed in the string. Then what is the velocity of the transverse wave generated in the string? Okay, velocity of transverse wave V is equal to square root of T by M, where T will be tension in the string, small m will be linear density. T will be tension in the string, small m will be called as the linear density. Clear? Now linear density means what? Mass per unit length. That will be called as the linear density. Okay? Mass of the, this is what small m means, what? Mass of the wire by length of the wire, that will be called as the linear density. Sometimes what they will give is, generally tension in the string will be caused due to three reasons. Due to load, in the same manner due to elastic force, due to thermal force, due to elastic force, due to load, tension will be created in the string. Okay, for example, if the tension is created due to a load, here some load we connected. Because of this load, tension is created in that string. Now, what they will ask is, if the load is in the air, tension value will be equal to mg by small m, where capital M is the mass of this load. So, weight of the load will be equal to tension. In the problems, what they will give is, if the load is kept in the water, find the velocity of the transverse wave. Am I understanding? Once again, see, basic formula for velocity of transverse wave, V is equal to square root of T by M. This is the basic formula. T will be the tension arises due to load, or due to elastic force, or due to thermal force. If the tension is arised due to load, this is the formula. If the load is kept in the water, kept in a liquid, then what is the velocity? Like that they will ask. So here V air, this is the formula. Next V liquid, this formula will be capital Mg into 1 minus dl by dB by small m, where dl will be density of the liquid, dB will be density of the body. dl is what? Density of liquid. dB is what? Density of body. Remember, on this form problems will be there to find the velocity of the transverse wave. Okay. Next, in these conditions we will discuss. If the tension is due to elastic force, am I understanding? If the tension is due to load, what is the formula? Root of capital M small g by small m. If the tension is due to the elastic force, basic formula is what? T by M. Try to remember the mechanical properties of solids. Y is equal to FL by AE. F is equal to YAE by L. This elastic force will create the tension here. So this T place we had to substitute this one. Then V is equal to YAE by ML. This is the formula. Okay. YAE by M into L. Okay. So this formula here, M value is equal to mass per unit length. Mass is volume into density by length. Area into length into density by L. So M value is equal to AD we can write. So this is YAE by ADL. These two will cancel. So V is equal to square root of YE by DL. So this formula we will use to find the velocity if the tension is arised due to elastic force. If the tension is arised due to thermal force. If the tension is arised due to thermal force. What is the formula? CV is equal to root of T by M. Here thermal force YA alpha delta theta. Thermal expansions, that formula came. Thermal force formula YA alpha delta theta. So this is YA alpha delta theta by M value. Just now we proved this is A into D. AA will cancel. V is equal to Y alpha delta theta by D. This formula. So this formula when we will use when the tension is arised due to the thermal force. Tension is arised due to the elastic force. Tension is arised due to the load. Velocity of transverse wave formulas will be different. Prepare all these formulae. Okay. Next. Ninth one. A uniform wire of length L and mass M is suspended from a rigid support. One wire is there, it is suspended from a rigid support. Here I am sending a wave from here, from the bottom to travel a distance of x. Let us assume this distance is x. How much time it will take place and what is the velocity of the wave here. I am sending a wave here. When it reaches to this point, what will be its velocity? And to reach to this point, what is the time? Like that questions will be there. So velocity of wave at a distance x from bottom V is equal to square root of gx. The direct problems will be there. You use this formula. And time taken by the wave to travel a distance x, t is equal to 2 into root of x by g to this distance. To reach to the top means what will happen? 2 into root L by G you will get. To reach a distance x from the bottom, how much time means 2 into root x by G. Okay. These type of problems will be there on the string, different models. And next, after finishing of this, fundamental frequency on the stretched string problems will be there. What are that? See. Next, fundamental frequency of a stretched string n is equal to 1 by 2L root T by M. Here one string is there. It is fixed between two rigid supports. If you pluck the string at the center, then plucking means like this. Then stationary transverse waves will be generated in the string. Then what is the fundamental frequency means? If the string is vibrating in one loop, that will be called as the fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency formula 1 by 2L root T by M. If the string is vibrating in two loops, it may vibrate in two loops. Then its frequency will be 2 by 2L into root T by M. If it is in vibrating in three loops, 3 by 2L into root T by M. So we will write that formula also. If the string is vibrating in P loops, N is equal to P by 2L root T by M. This formula we will use. Okay. Next, Newton's formula for velocity of sound. Newton Laplace formula actually, that is. So, velocity of sound in V is equal to square root of gamma P by D. Gamma is ratio of specific hits, P will be pressure, D will be density. We can write it as gamma RT by M. This formula we will use. Okay. Next. Next, fundamental frequency of open pipe NO is equal to V by 2L. Fundamental frequency of open pipe NO value will be equal to V by 2L. Okay. And here frequencies ratio will be 1:2:3:3 so on. Next, fundamental frequency of closed pipe NC is equal to V by 4L. Here harmonics and overtones On that some confusion will arises for you. Fundamental frequencies, what are there? String is there. Next one will be open pipe. Next one will be closed pipe. How the frequencies will be formed, I will tell. See, if you take string, fundamental frequency 1 by 2L root T by M. Next formed frequency will be 2 by 2L root T by M. Next 3 by 2L root T by M. Next 4 by 2L root T by M. Like this it will be forms frequency. If you observe open pipe, V by 2L, 2V by 2L, 3V by 2L, 4V by 2L, 5V by 2L, like that. Closed pipe, if you take V by 4L, next will be 3V by 4L, next will be 5V by 4L, next will be 7V by 4L. Then how to call that harmonics and overtones you see? See, this will be fundamental frequency or first harmonic. This will be second harmonic. This will be third harmonic. This will be fourth harmonic. First harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic, fourth harmonic. Here, first harmonic or fundamental frequency. Second harmonic, third harmonic, fourth harmonic. Okay? This number you remember, it will be second harmonic. Here it will be third harmonic. It will be fourth harmonic. Here what will happen? This will be fundamental frequency or first harmonic. Okay? Second harmonic is missing. 2V by 4L is not there. It will be called third harmonic, not second harmonic. This will be third harmonic, this fifth harmonic. This will be seventh harmonic. Clear? Like that we will call. And overtones, this will be not called as the overtone. First overtone, second overtone, third overtone. First overtone, second overtone, third overtone. First overtone, second overtone, third overtone. Clear? Here no need to confuse. Here there is a chance to confuse you in framing the problems. What is this? Fundamental frequency or first harmonic, third harmonic or first overtone, fifth harmonic or second overtone, seventh harmonic or third overtone. What is this? Fundamental frequency or first harmonic, second harmonic or first overtone, third harmonic or first overtone, fourth harmonic or first overtone, third overtone, third harmonic or second overtone, like that. Okay, like this questions will be there on this. Next, sometimes that closed pipe or open pipe is having end correction. At that time, what formulas they will ask, you have to use like that. So, in terms of end correction, NO is equal to V by 2 into L plus 2E. If end correction is also given, NC is equal to V by 4 into L plus E. These formulas we will use if we add end correction also. Okay. Next, to find the velocity of sound, we will use resonating column experiment. So, in resonance column experiment, what is this used? To find the velocity of sound in air. What is the formula we are using is 2n into L2 minus L1. This formula we will use. Here they will ask end correction L2 minus 3L1 by 2. Find the end correction, find the velocity of sound. N will be the frequency of the tuning fork. L1 will be first resonating length. L2 will be second resonating length. Okay. Next, on the Doppler effect and Beats formulas will be there. What are that? See. So, they will ask beat frequency. N1 difference N2. That will be called as the beat frequency. Next, they will ask beat period is how much. This will be 1 by N1 difference N2. Next, time interval between two successive maxima or minima. They will ask 1 by 2 into N1 difference N2. These formulas they will ask relating to the beats. Beats means what? When two sound waves are moving in the same direction, if they superimpose, waxing and waning of sound will happen. That will be called as the beats. Next, last topic will be Doppler effect. On the Doppler effect, different cases will be there. What are that cases? See. What are that different cases arises in the Doppler effect? Let us see. Here source will be there. Here observer will be there. The apparent change in the frequency heard by the observer when source is moving, when there is a relative motion between source and observer is called as the Doppler effect. What is the meaning of that? See, for example, you are here, this is a railway platform. You are standing at the railway platform. One train, by whistling, it is coming towards the station. Continuously, it is blowing the whistle. When the train is coming towards the station, the frequency of the whistle heard by you will increases. Means the sound will increases for you. When it is going away, what will happen? That whistle sound frequency, it will decreases for you. But a person is there in the train itself. He won't observe any change. There will be no change in the frequency for a person in the train. He is sitting in the train. So for you, what will happen? Frequency is increasing when it is coming towards. Frequency is decreasing when it is going away. Like that it will appear. That apparent change in the frequency heard by the observer when there is a relative motion between source and observer is called as the Doppler effect. See, 4 cases will be there here. By explaining this, we will conclude this session. Next session, we will start the problems. Here, general expression will be like this. This is velocity of source. This is velocity of the observer. This is velocity of sound. Velocity of sound, velocity of observer, velocity of source. General expression is n dash is equal to V minus VO by V minus Vs into n. That is the general expression. Okay, first case, observer is at rest and source is moving towards the observer. Means here source is there, here observer is there, source is moving like this, velocity of sound is like this, E is at zero, rest. If you substitute these values here, VO 0, Vs will be plus Vs only if these are in the same direction. So here what is the apparent frequency formula? V by V minus Vs into N. And source, if source is moving away from observer, source is going like this, velocity of sound is like this. These two are opposite direction, then take Vs as minus Vs. Here minus of minus means plus Vs, it becomes 0. So N dash is equal to V by V plus Vs into N. Here source is moving away from the observer and observer is at rest. Next, case 2, if you take observer is at rest here source, here observer, source is at rest. Source is at rest. Already observer at rest we discussed. First case, that is. Source is at rest. Observer may go like this. Observer may come like this. This is velocity of sound. Here what will happen? See, both are in the same direction. Na? If observer is going away from source, this one. Observer is going away. VO will be plus VO or minus VO, means plus VO, because these two are in the same direction. Vs already 0. So here N dash value will be V minus VO by V into N. If observer is going towards source, this one, this is VO. These two are in the opposite direction. So N dash VO will be plus VO, VO will be minus VO here, minus of minus will be plus by V into N. Next, third case, last case. Both are approaching this is velocity of sound. Vs will be plus Vs, VO will be minus Vs because it is opposite to this. So here V plus VO by V minus Vs into n. Both are moving away. It is going like this, it is going like this. This is V, this is VO, this is Vs. Here Vs will be minus Vs, VO will be plus VO. In this case, what will happen? V minus VO by V plus Vs into n. So these are the different situations in the Doppler effect. Totally 6 conditions will come. In each case, 2. So totally 3 cases means 6 formulas we will get. Okay. With this we will stop this session. We will start the doing problems in the next session. Okay. Thank you.